Many guys have injuries, and a lot of them were at the end of the season. We had to go in this at the start of spring practice, just clear up some nicks and bruises. But to come out the way our guys competed today, it was a lot of fun just to see how hard they're practicing. They're beginning to mature, and they understand just the level and expectations that we want here. And it's all still about fundamentals and technique, and we know that we can still improve and get better.
Anybody stand out to you today?
Well, I like the way the running backs ran. It's good to see Dominique Brown bounce back and just run as hard as he ran. It was fun to watch because with Sonoris being down, that we need to get Dominique going.
Vance was talking about leadership on defense, about Preston Brown, Calvin Pryor. Are you seeing that as well?
Well, the thing is now Preston's been in the program now 4 years and Pryor's been 3, so you like to see it. And then you're also getting it with Akeem Smith, so leadership is coming, and that's what you had to have a really good football team. Leadership has to be very strong.
First day of practice, you said, it's easy. They already know what they're going to do. Now that we're this far in practice, how far ahead are you guys maybe than recent years?
Well, what you like right now with our practices is that just the tempo, and guys know what is expected. So now it's not so much where you have to coach them to go run to the football. You still have to say it, but it's all about they understand. And now, when you look at them, you say, hey, what happened? And they can tell you exactly what happened as far as fundamentals and technique.
How excited are you to see Gerald Christensen in the field?
Well, it's great, but with all of them, with Gerald and with Robert Clark, and Gerald just give you another dimension at tight end, because there's a position last year when we took 2 of our defensive players and moved to tight end, and now with Gerald, it gives us another body.
Where's Devontae in comparison to where you thought he could be when you first got him, when he first got here? I mean, he really seems like he's ready to have a huge year at wide receiver.
Well, you liked what happened with Devontae last year. He had an outstanding season, and now he's gotten bigger and he's gotten stronger and he's maturing. So now you just feel like that now he's going to have another big year for us because the type of player he is he's so athletic and he can make plays.
What does he have to do to kind of become that NFL-style wide receiver? What does he need to work on to kind of get to that next level?
Well, you like to think that he's working every day to become that type of player, that NFL type of player, but if you look at Devontae, he needs to get stronger and just become a consistent player each down.
That D-line is banged up right now. What are you learning about guys maybe for depth and for the future?
Well, we are very banged up at defensive line, and Brandon Dodds is really working hard. Malden's working hard. So you have the guys that are just consistent players, and they're just getting better and better.
Charlie, can you talk?
Now? Go ahead.
Can you talk about the backup quarterback situation and how those guys kind of responded today to the live bullets?
Well, it's you still got guys that still battling at the backup quarterback position. We have Gardner, you have Nelson, you have guys that are competing, and we have to find us a backup. You're looking at 2 guys who've never taken a snap, never been in a game. This practice this season was the first practice for them here in the spring. So we just have to continue to work those guys every day, and eventually we're going to find us a backup because they know that is a very critical position for us right now.
Did either of those guys kind of separate today or stand out?
Well, it's each day when we go out practice, one looks good one day and the other looks good the next day. So the decision is going to be tough to make. You can't make that decision right now.
If you remember back to when you first got here, I mean, how much more physical are these practices now in the spring compared to when you first got here? We're trying to teach these guys how physical they needed to be.
Well, they understand how to practice now. When we first got here, they weren't, they was learning how. So now they know how. So, and practices haven't changed. The players know when they come out here, the tempo, the expectations, the work ethic, they know that it's all expected. And we're not going to back away. We're going to continue to come out here and work each and every day.
We need your coaching analysis. 5:05 tip tomorrow. Louisville taking on Duke. Charlie Straughter's perspective, how is the game going to unfold?
Well, you just like the way our basketball team is playing right now. They're just playing aggressive on defense, and they're making the shots, and their key players are stepping up, and they're playing as a team. That's what you really like. You look at Russ, you look at Seaver, you look at Gorgie. They're all playing as a team. And I like our basketball team, and I say this, for us, we're going to go as far as they continue to play as well as they play on defense, and we have a really good chance, and I know that. We have an outstanding coach. Coach Pitino's doing an outstanding job of coaching.
What do you hope to see from fans at the spring game?
I'm sorry?
What do you hope to see from fans at the spring game?
Well, you just want the fans to show up and just enjoy the game.
I saw a picture of you.
Morning or practice this morning?
I think it was a solid scrimmage. It's one thing we wanted to come out here and tackle. I think we saw some guys who did support the run. We talked about takeaways. We got a few turnovers. But we got down in the red zone, we didn't finish very strong. We let them in the end zone too much, and that was not a good part of our defense last year. So we're working on that, trying to improve our red zone defense.
Who stood out making plays on your side of the ball this morning?
Preston Brown. Preston Brown stood up quite a bit. Calvin Pryor did a good job. He stood up quite a bit. So those guys need to take a leadership role in our defense. They need to be playmakers for us, and they made some plays for us today.
How close are they to becoming leaders?
I think right now they are two of our leaders along with Hakeem Smith on our defense. Those three guys right now, they got to take control and keep it going. And we have some defensive linemen down right now. Guys like Brandon Dunn can step up and become a leader. He's going to be a senior this year. We got to count on him to be a playmaker for us.
Coach, what's the deal on Jermaine Brooks?
Right now I'm not sure about that. He's out right now. I don't know how long he's going to be out. I mean, we're still waiting to see what the doctors tell us.
You mentioned a few days ago that you only had one pick so far, and that was Gaines. Are you still at that spot, just one pick?
No, we had a couple today.
Yeah.
So and we saw a lot of good things. Guys are starting to understand when the ball's in the air, it must be our ball. If you have the attitude, you have a chance to make plays, and we saw some plays being made today.
In addition to Pryor, who impressed you in the secondary today?
Hakeem Smith always does a good job. Sometimes he's overlooked because he just does his job. When he has a chance to make a play, he makes plays. I think T. Floyd, he made a few plays. The guy who needs to continue to come along is Gaines. And Gaines can give us some depth at the cornerback position because he can run. He had an interception today, as a matter of fact. He can become a playmaker because he has all the tools in the world to do those things.
From a defensive coach perspective, how'd the offensive look today?
I think, they do a great job with play action pass. But the guy I love is Dominique. Dominique ran the ball, like an angry running back should run the ball. The offensive line did a great job moving us off the ball. So, and you can't say enough about Teddy, Devontae Parker. Well, it's great to see Dominique Brown in there running the ball the way he did. We had some guys that did not want to hit Dominique today.
Vance, how did Cameron Joyer at center kind of respond to the pressure and things that you guys threw at him today?
You know what? You have to ask the offensive line coach. I don't get a chance to watch the offensive line that much. I couldn't say anything about that.
Thanks, Vance.
Okay.